Welcome to a sweltering Saturday in Waco, Texas, as we have Big 12 football coming up today from McLean Stadium, and the Baylor line is ready to get things going, and here they come in Waco. It's the 4-1 Baylor Bears taking on the 2-3 West Virginia Mountaineers. And good afternoon, everybody. It is great to have you with us alongside Mark Helfrich. I'm Corey Provis. And Mark, these two teams have played annually going back to 2012. Now, in that first meeting in Morgantown, they combined for 133 points. The next step here today, I don't think we'll see that kind of matchup here in the 10th meeting.
That's not going to happen. Yeah, I think our friends in Vegas, this was the lowest total of the weekend, so there's a little indication. And Dave Aranda, the Baylor head coach, he loves defense, great defensive mind, and he loves his experienced secondary. They're led on the back end by Jalen Petrie and JT Woods, and he will be very excited, and this Baylor line will be very excited to have Terrell Bernard back in the lineup, happy and healthy.
And you see the numbers where the Bears rank defensively, 9 takeaways first, allowing just 17 points per game. They do get the all-Big 12 linebacker Bernard back today. Did not play last week against Oklahoma State with a bad knee. Now, speaking of defense, West Virginia's defense also is very impressive. And while the Bears are good at taking the ball away, West Virginia's strength has been getting to that quarterback.
Yeah, they're good at sacking the quarterback, leading the Big 12, one of the tops in the nation. And it's a three-man front, but don't be swayed by that. They get a ton of pressure from Taj Alston, Dante Stills, and Akeem Mesidor, the new kid on the block on that front. They are tough, they are sound, they add a fourth rusher to protect their secondary, and excited to see them get after Gary Bohannon today.
17 sacks this season. That leads the Big 12. And there is Dante Stills. Remember his brother Darius. He had the big game last year in the meeting. 2.5 sacks. And we'll see if Dante makes an impact here today in Waco, Texas. Should be a lot of fun today. Two strong defenses meeting in Waco, Texas. And we have a good crowd on hand. The Baylor line got us going. We are going to take a break, come back, and then we have football coming up in a moment. It's the Bears and the Mountaineers coming up from Waco next on FS1. FS1 College Football is sponsored by Edward Jones. Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it. As the Baylor Bears take the field here in Waco. Baylor and West Virginia coming up on a warm afternoon at McLean Stadium. $80 degrees for now, but it is going to warm up. Should be into the 90s as the game moves along today. 13-mile-an-hour wind to begin the day today. And West Virginia won the toss, defer to the second half, and Baylor will get the ball first. This has been, Mark, a sneaky good series. As you see, 4 of the last 5 decided by 6 points or fewer.
Yeah, a ton of close games. I think the sneaky part of it is how it's changed, and as we alluded to in the open, a defensive slugfest on tap today.
And there is Neil Brown, and he told us this week he expects his team to come out and fight out of the gate here tonight. He was embarrassed by the way that the Mountaineers played in the first half last week against Texas Tech.
This is a huge game. It's a huge game for both teams. Dave Aranda has a little more leeway. Neil Brown and West Virginia, this is a make-or-break type of game with their remaining schedule.
And there is Dave Aranda in his second season. The Bears fell out of the top 25 after a loss at Oklahoma State last week. Bears are ready to go from the sideline, and so is Treston Ebner. Dangerous return men for both teams. We'll talk about that as we move along. As Evan Staley will set his set to put this one away. Sit back and enjoy. West Virginia and Baylor, away we go from Waco, and that ball will travel into the end zone. And we'll see the Bears first on offense start from their own 25-yard line. Yeah,
Baylor led by that man, Gary Bohannon. Strong arm, tough guy. He's done a great job of taking care of the football. You see that 154 consecutive passes without a pick, so we guaranteed one for him today, I think, right there. It's like talking about the no-hitter, but the key is getting both of these quarterbacks moving. I think Baylor has to get the ball in the perimeter to have a chance against this front. West Virginia, you'll see them shift and move, align their three-down linemen a ton of different ways and bring Bartlett off the edge.
And on the sweep, it's Josh Fleeks, and he is met by Sean Mahone at the line of scrimmage. So Josh Fleeks on the first play from scrimmage. No gain. It'll be second down.
You see Mahone there. He can roll. Does a great job communicating on the back end. He'll line up in a bunch of positions. He starts at that center field safety position.
Baylor is strength running the football. West Virginia, though, strength stopping the run. After no gain on second down, that's caught by Thornton and has a seam. Thornton inside the 40. It's a foot race. No chance. Touchdown, Baylor. 75 yards. Bohannon to Thornton on the second play from scrimmage, and the Bears are on the board.
West Virginia brings pressure. He's playing off man here. A slant route fits it right in behind Chandler Someto, and Thornton does the rest. The second fastest Baylor Bear in space. No chance. Like we said, it's a track meet today.
That did not take long, and the extra point is up and good for Isaiah Hankins. So a 75-yard touchdown play stuns Neil Brown and the Mountaineers as we go back to the throw and score. Bohannon to Thornton.
Yeah, just a great fit by Bohannon. Staying settled feet. You'll see two pressures come right there. You see Jared Bartlett off the edge, and he just fits it, as we said, off the ear hole of Chandler Someto, number 7. And Thornton says, I can do the rest. There's nobody else back here.
Now, Thornton's 20th catch this season. He surpassed 100 career receptions against Oklahoma State last week. His 13th career score. And Bohannon fired up as he throws his 8th touchdown pass this season.
Yeah, he's struggled the last, 6 quarters really throwing the football, and that is a huge confidence booster for Gary Bohannon.
It's a career-long throw, too, from Bohannon, and now Noah Rauschenberg, who leads the Big 12 in touchbacks with 29, and Dave Aranda told us yesterday they do not want to give number 1 Winston Wright Jr. a chance to return anything today. And no return. There is touchback number 30. So the Mountaineers will start from their own 25-yard line. So we saw Bohannon briefly. Now we get our first look at Jared Dagey, redshirt senior quarterback, who had a brilliant second half last week after disappointing first half, not just for him, but for the Mountaineer team. You see the numbers mark on Dagey so far this season.
Yeah, Neil Brown will not be happy with his defense, and now the offense has to answer the call. Jared Dagey stood up at halftime last week and said, hey, we all have to get together and get this thing done. Played much better, as you said, in the second half. He is a standstill, drop-back passer, not a threat athletically. So that means he'll run an 80-yard touchdown right here.
Letty Brown was really good. And how about this? West Virginia has to burn a timeout right away, and that was crucial for the Mountaineers in the second half last week.
Prior to the expiration of the play clock, timeout, West Virginia. This is their first charge timeout of the half. 30 seconds
as he's asking the officials about the clock. No delay of game, but the Mountaineers have to burn a timeout right away today, Mark.
Yeah, just not, again, obviously not the way you want to start. He's getting after the offense as we can hear. Sometimes you got to do that. And he's going to talk to the officials, but that's it. Your quarterback has to run the show. He's counting on the referee there to pump the play clock. There's, that seemed like a normal transition And that's just on your veteran quarterback has to get that done.
Well, go back to the game here a couple of weeks ago against Iowa State. There were clock issues, and in fact, the officials had to maintain the clock on the field.
Yep. And twice Neil Brown said last week, and he took responsibility for it. He said, hey, one of those was I called the wrong play, and the other one they had he was coordinating a substitution group that got wrong, and he took responsibility for it. But first play of the game, big surprise.
Letty Brown pretty much has been the running game for West Virginia. And here's Brown trying to bounce it outside, and does. Letty Brown. And he'll move across the 30-yard line for a gain of about 6, brought down by Raleigh Tejada. Now, Letty Brown last year, 93 yards rushing, scored twice in the double overtime win as we look at the West Virginia starting offense.
Yeah, Zach Frazier has to run the show, all the communication, going up against this complicated scheme of Dave Aranda, and then Letty Brown has to get going. That's a good start for him.
Swing it out to Brown in the passing game, and he'll surge near the first down marker. Had to get to the 35. He's going to be just short. It'll be third down and short. Tackled by Garmin Randolph, starting at the jack position.
Letty Brown is defensively. Letty Brown is a complete back. He can protect. You can see there out of the backfield he can catch. Good route runner, and obviously can run the rock.
Third and short. It's Brown, and he'll spin, and he'll have it. Jalen Petrie made the stop, but Brown needed one, picked up one. First down West Virginia.
This is what Dave Aranda does so good defensively. You know, obviously that's a short yardage situation, but Jalen Petrie in the backfield, very smart player, great blitzer, very difficult to block. They move him all over the map.
Nagy throws, and that's caught. And here's Sam James exploding. James inside the 20-yard line and wrestled down near the 10. Now James, who caught 8 passes in the win against Baylor last year with his 18th catch, first down, Mountaineers.
4-man rush, just the RPO. You see the hard sell up front. That is a run. And there's James right off the backside, and he almost goes the distance with that slam.
Nagy throws, and that's tipped and incomplete inside the 10-yard line.
Baylor has a blitz tendency in this area of the field. Perfect call by Neil Brown right there. That should have been a walk-in touchdown.
The pass was intended for Sean Ryan. He got hurt. Number 10 for West Virginia. He got hurt in the Virginia Tech game. No receptions the last 2 games.
As people at home watch this game, start in the middle on every play. Those 3 down linemen right there from Baylor. They'll add a blitzer from somewhere else. West Virginia essentially the same defense.
Nagy throws into the end zone, tipped and caught anyway for a touchdown by Ryan. It was tipped by Morgan, caught by Ryan, and the Mountaineers answer back, and they're down 1.
Overcoming the timeout on the first play of the game. Watch Jalen Petrie come off the left side here, get at Nagy's feet, and the tip. No problem, Sean Ryan. I'm back. Touchdown. Great answer for the Mountaineers.
Ryan Jr. from Brooklyn, transfer from Temple with his 2nd career receiving score. And the extra point is up and good for Casey Legg. So we thought we'd see strong defense today, Mark. Well done, Coach. Well, 2 quick scores offensively early on first quarter, 7-7 from Waco.
To everybody that be living it up, we say.
West Virginia has now scored on 5 of its first 6 opening drives. They were shut out last week in the loss to Texas Tech, but Nagy found Ryan. Touchdown play, and the Mountaineers answer back 7-7 early on first quarter. Smith and Ebner back to receive this kick, and no chance for Ebner as that ball travels through the end zone. Let's take a look at today's team goals, sponsored by Edward Jones Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it.
Well, for the West Virginia side, get Letty going. Early results so good. So far, so good. 3 touches, and then be special on teams. Both elite returners, as you alluded to. Fair catches. Touchbacks are huge in this. And for Baylor, take 3. That's their motto on defense. Get 3 turnovers. We're going to say, and take 1 back. And then Bohannon versus pressure. How does he deal with that pressure? Well, one touchdown so far against pressure, 100%.
Bohannon will try the left side. He is driven back by that strong front. Josh Chandler-Samito, leading tackler on this Mountaineer defense, among those into the stop.
Yeah, Gary was dealing with his back going the wrong way right there, and a good reaction by him. We didn't have time to get to the lineups. This Baylor offensive line, they're going to shift a bunch of guys in and out of the lineup. Connor Galvin playing really well for them at left tackle. Everybody else, they're competing.
On second down, and that's a sliding catch. No, incomplete, intended for Thornton. It'll be 3rd and long as we look at the Baylor starting offense today, Mark.
Yeah, Connor Galvin, the veteran there from Katy, playing elite football. And again, we're going to see a bunch of substitutes on the full rest of those spots. They're trying to spur some competition. Tyquan Thornton, we highlighted him because of his speed, and he showed us why on that touchdown.
And we'll see if the Mountaineers bring pressure. West Virginia's defense leads the Big 12 in sacks. Taj Alston, I think he was moving from that left side, number 12. A tad early.
Offside. Defense, number 12, jumped into the neutral zone, causing an offensive reaction. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Taj Alston, a great player, redshirt junior, leads the Big 12 in tackles for loss and 2nd in sacks, but commits the foul.
Yeah, that guy, as you can see, has an elite get-off, just has to see the ball. These guys are trying to smell blood against this front.
So it's a 3rd and 6, and on the sweep. Try to bounce it back, and that is Ebner, and he's going to be brought down about a yard shy by Sean Mahone. So it's 4th down and 1.
Yeah, he had something here. Watch 86 Sims on the perimeter. He has the edge. He's got to take that outside, and it's going to be a 1st down.
And Aranda thinks analytically. He's going to go for it on 4th and short. Bears load up on the left side. On 4th and short to the right side. And a 1st down run made by Abram Smith. West Virginia made contact, could not bring him down. 1st down run for Abram Smith.
Nice design by offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes. They started an unbalanced, shifted to this look, and then just run a hard ball downhill play. Great bounce by Abram Smith to pick it up. Huge, again, confidence builder for this offense when your head coach believes in you.
Smith had a 55-yard touchdown run last week, and now Bohannon with top, deep ball. It's Thornton, and he's got it. Down inside the 20-yard line. Bohannon had time, and Thornton got 3. Another big play for the Bears. 1st and 10, Baylor.
Great hard sell play action. Watch this defense. Everybody just eats it. Everybody expects that hard ball run. And watch Thornton come across. There's nobody on that side of the field. Again, a huge confidence builder for Gary Bohannon. A veteran in years, but not in play.
It's a 44-yard play. And now option, it's Bohannon. And he'll tuck that shoulder down, spun down to the 15-yard line by Alonzo Adai.
Alonzo Adai can bring it. Again, good scheme from this Baylor offense, running the option at West Virginia. You can't, you're going to have a tough time blocking all these guys all the time. Don't block them all. Read one of them.
After a gain of 3 from the 15. Here's Smith. And brought down inside the 10, about a yard shy of the 1st down. Lance Dixon made the stop, the redshirt sophomore transfer from Penn State.
You play a little defense at Penn State. He was looking for a little more playing time. Both teams anticipate playing a ton of guys in all phases. It's going to be hot, humid.
And Neil Brown especially told us he might rotate 9 to 10 different D linemen to deal with the warm conditions today. With Doyle as the fullback movement, free play, open end zone, sliding and catching, and that's a touchdown for Ben Sims.
Offside. Defense, number 90. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Great design again. Jeff Grimes, Dave Aranda, a ton of confidence. Gary Bohannon. Watch the hard sell play action. Corner route from Sims on air. Turned into a free play because of the offside penalty. But again, that's a confidence building call to give Gary Bohannon that throw and that opportunity this early in the game.
So a 10-yard touchdown strike. And Neil Brown's defense, no answers early. And the extra point is up and good for Isaiah Hankins. So Baylor's had the ball twice, and twice Bohannon has found Thornton for key plays. Baylor 14, West Virginia 7, timeout. Well, tonight it is time to settle the score in round 3 between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder for the heavyweight championship of the world. Tonight at 9 Eastern, live on pay-per-view. Buy it now on the Fox Sports app. Round 3 tonight, 8 plays, 75 yards. Sims with his 3rd touchdown reception this season, 6th of his career. 14-7 Baylor. Winston Wright Jr. will come out. And here comes Wright. And Wright is tripped up across the 20-yard line. Averaging about 34 yards per kick return. That is 4th best in the FBS as we go back to the touchdown play, Mark.
Yeah, let's go back to Bohannon to Sims. There's Sims going to run a corner route off a hard sell play action. Very common play. Problem here is West Virginia. If they don't have a guy aligned over the top, that guy in the 3-point stance has to carry Sims. Everybody else eats the play action pass. We know it's a free play with the offsides. Touchdown. It looks like in that alignment, Alonzo Adai had to carry him and he was beat.
Second series for Daggy, throws, that's caught by Sam James. And James is tackled across the 30-yard line, about a yard shy of the first down after a gain of 9.
Good rhythm pass there that time. West Virginia getting the ball out of Daggy's hands. Unbalanced formation here. All the eligible receivers to the top of your screen.
Officially a gain of 8. There's Brown. And he'll surge for the first down towards the 35-yard line. Letty Brown, 6-foot senior from Philadelphia, has been pretty much the run game.
Yeah, they really need
West Virginia this season.
Absolutely. They really need to get somebody else going. I think Justin Johnson is somebody they're going to try to feature a little bit more today, but they need to spell him.
And certainly see number 3, Garrett Green, come in throughout the ball game. The quarterback, as Brown tries the right side, and picks up about 4, brought down by Gabe Hall. He started, plays from Braden Utley today.
Nice cut by Letty Brown there. Little stretch play, had a gap. Mike O'Loughlin, another guy that's key to this offense today, protecting the edges. We've already seen guys come off both edges and make plays for Baylor.
Here comes pressure. Daggy flushed, rolls, throws high, incomplete. And Petrie and Hall brought pressure, and Letty Brown helped save his quarterback from taking a hit.
Yes, he did. Petrie will bring it, Petrie will bring it, and then Petrie will bring it. Letty Brown, a great job identifying it.
West Virginia going fast on 3rd and 6. That one fluttering, and it's intercepted. inside the 50-yard line by Jalen Petrie, his second pick this season, fourth of his career.
Rolling on the field is an interception. First down, Baylor.
Yeah, it looked like Sam James slipped on top, but this is why Jalen Petrie is special. We just saw him come off the edge and bring the hammer and force the throw away, and now he beats Sam James back to the ball. Watch 13, run basically a curl cut on top, slip. He beats him back to the ball. First down, Bears.
It's the fifth pick for Daggy this season. That ball was tipped by Gabe Hall and set up the Petrie interception. Baylor ball when we come back. Jalen Petrie's second interception this season, fourth of his career, sets up Baylor with really good field position. And for Dave Aranda, forcing turnovers, that has been a constant as the Bears have forced a takeaway now in 14 of 15 games under Dave Aranda. Here's Ebner, tough run. And Treston Ebner crosses the 45-yard line, got a block from Gavin Byers.
Yeah, now we'll have to see how West Virginia defensive coordinator Jordan Leslie responds. This is more yards than they give up in a half a quarter here in Waco.
Baylor already 150 yards of total offense. West Virginia is allowing 315 per game. On second down, off play action again. Bohannon time wide open. There is Drew Estrada. And the Dartmouth transfer coming off a great game. 6 catches against the Cowboys last week. His first catch today is a first down.
Yeah, this was take your pick for Bohannon. Good job getting it out. He has 2 guys wide open, one of them uncovered, which is Estrada. And watch for Adai make this tackle. If he doesn't make it, he's gone. R.J. Sneed trying to video box out.
Gain of 18. And the 9th catch this season for Estrada. Bohannon zips it inside the 20-yard line, breaking free, keeping his feet is Thornton, and he's dragged down inside the 5. A touchdown saving tackle made by Alonzo Adai. First and goal, Baylor.
Wow, just again, uncharacteristic. Good ball placement. Great spot with this ball by Bohannon. Watch all these Mountaineers just collide. Keystone Cops, 3 guys take each other out. Adai, another touchdown saving tackle from Alonzo Adai. You don't want to have a bunch of those.
How about Thornton so far? Look at those numbers. 3 catches, 141 yards, and there's still 6:13 to go in this first quarter. On first and goal, option Bohannon looking for a cutback lane. Looking for the pylon, stretching, and he's going to be rolled short as he's shoved out at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, got the ball to the pylon. We'll have to see where his feet are. That official looks like he's saying his feet were out of bounds. Absolutely a predetermined quarterback run. Great collision there by Abe Smith.
Bohannon.
And if your foot hits first, that's where the ball is. Have to put that all together. And yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised if they will take a look at that just to make sure. Again, if that ball gets to the pylon, touchdown.
The ruling on the previous play that the runner was out of bounds short of the goal line is under further review.
So the call on the field is that Bohannon was short. This one will be looked at with 5:51 to go in this opening quarter. Well, let's head out to Los Angeles and bring in our rules expert, Dean Blandino, kind enough to be with us today. Dean, good afternoon. The ruling on the field is short of the goal line. What do you think?
Yeah, it's really close. Good stop by replay. What we're looking for, there's 2 things. The left foot hitting the sideline and the ball hitting the pylon. Watch the left foot. If the left foot hits first, before that ball hits the pylon, he's out short. If the ball hits the pylon before the left foot hits out of bounds, then we have a touchdown. To me, it looks like the foot hits first. This is close. This is probably your best angle. Watch the left foot and the football. To me, it looks like this is going to stand.
All right, Dean, thank you.
Thank you, Dino.
So ruled short, and Dean believes that the call should stand.
Dean's probably just finishing up brunch out there in L.A., right?
And Bohannon, too, getting back to him. You know, him running the football, that's a key part of his game as well. Big body, 6'3", 221. Had to win the job. It was a three-way competition in camp. He beat out Jacob Zeno and also Blake Shapen
After reviewing
to win the job.
play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The ball was short of the goal line.
So the call is confirmed. Now Bohannon, though, with 5 rushing scores this season and nearly picked up number 6.
So again, this is the best for the pylon part of it. And as Dean said, you can see the toe on the other angle. It's an interesting one to say confirmed on with that, you know, when the toe is blocked by the pylon. But Baylor has to finish the deal here. And yeah, again, good design by Jeff Grimes, the offense coordinator from Baylor. Quarterback run, option, perimeter attack, and hard sell play action.
High formation, the fullback is the linebacker number 5, Dylan Doyle. On second and goal, Bohannon keeps it towards the goal line. No call yet. As the bodies come off the pile, white and green in that mess. Touchdown.
A lot of people in green and yellow, they signaled touchdown much earlier. Just had to get somebody in the black and white to indicate it. Great finish by Gary Bohannon to gut this out. This maligned offensive line does a nice job there moving 95 Jefferson off the point.
The center, too, you see 66 there, also got that helmet into the end zone first. The center, Jacob Gall.
Yeah, Jacob Gall, Grant Miller, the right guard, both transfers. Gall from Buffalo, Miller from Vanderbilt, as they confirm this one as well.
Miller, he played mostly center during his time at Vanderbilt. Now seeing time at right guard. So here's the freshman, Isaiah Hankins. And the extra point is up and good. He's now 27 out of 27 on point after tries this season. Bohannon and the Bears dominating here in the opening quarter, 21-7 timeout.
I just took a left like 100 decks. I moved through London with the Euro steps.
21-7 Baylor. 5:24 to go here in the opening quarter on a beautiful weekend here in Waco, Texas. 3 drives and 3 scores, and the Bears adding to their first quarter dominance mark with a massive first quarter so far today.
Oh, it's been amazing. West Virginia defensively got to wake up.
Wright got a chance last time, no chance this time, as the Mountaineers will have it from the 25. Let's go inside the film room, Mark, with the Mountaineers on offense.
Yeah, going to take a look at some of the good stuff they've done throughout the year. Design is the key here. Neil Brown motions a tight end out. It starts in a 6-man box. Now it turns into a light box. 5-on-5 blockers inside. Letty Brown takes this one to the house. We cut it off there, trust me. And then here, 3-man rush. Daggy sees the 3-layer read here, a vertical, a medium level route, and a check down. Finding Sam James. The key there, time. Over 4 seconds to throw the football. Very rare.
Now Justin Johnson Jr. now in a tailback as Daggy slings it out to Johnson. Freshman from St. Louis, appearing in his 4th game. The coaching staff felt that Johnson would take on a bigger role this season. Also taking on a bigger role is number 3, Caden Prather, 4-star recruit out of Northwest High School in Montgomery Village, Maryland, starting in place of Bryce Ford Wheaton today.
And as you predicted in the break there, Garrett Green coming in for a play. We were just talking about what they could do to spice things up. Jared Daggy hasn't done really anything wrong yet. They just want to get Green involved.
Green more of a running threat. He'll hand this one off, and the Bears defense was ready for that. It'll be 3rd down. Winston Wright the carry. Brought down by Jones and Randolph. So there is Green, his 5th game, 5'11", redshirt freshman, 193 pounds. Was a talented baseball player. In fact, Neil Brown recruited him when Brown was still at Troy.
Yeah,
And when Brown went to West Virginia, Green said, I'm coming too.
Elite catcher, baseball catcher, and has those same characteristics. Tough, quick release.
Doege back in on 3rd down, in trouble, and throws high, incomplete. Intended for Johnson, but the Bears brought pressure. And he took a hit. Doege slow to get up. It was Utley and Franklin that got home for the Bears' 4th down.
Yeah, Utley and Franklin, 4-man rush. It's just a matter of where that 4th guy's coming from. They do most of it from a 3-man alignment. And they get a high-low shot on Doege. Zone coverage on the back end, locked down.
So Tyler Sumter will punt this one away. First punt. Edgar back deep. Bears brought pressure, and a flag is thrown. Back where Sumter kicked that ball from.
Yeah, this is going to be roughing. They were trying to bring it off that right side. They did. Got to take a way better angle here to make a better decision. This might be the break that West Virginia needs. Can't leave your feet like that early.
It's Javon Gibson, 19, that came in.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense, number 8. Contact with the plant leg. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Results in an automatic 1st down.
Special teams coaches teach that block point about 2 to 3 yards in front of the punter.
Number 19.
And he alluded to it right there.
It was 19 McCarty. Beg your pardon. It was A.J. McCarty.
Especially when it's the plant leg, that's going to be roughing. That's the 15-yard variety. The 5-yarder there would not have been a 1st down.
First penalty on Baylor today. The most penalized team. You saw the graphic in the Big 12. So another chance here for Doege. Johnson stays in. A tailback. Doege throws. That's caught by Winston Wright. And he is popped. It'll have a 1st down out near the 47-yard line, met by Terrell Bernard. Season 1st team all Big 12 linebacker back this week after hurting his knee against Iowa State 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the same play that they hit James on earlier. Little RPO action. Walcott also involved on that play late. He's back as a new starter for Kalen Barnes.
And 1st down. Here's a good looking run and spinning and then dragged down near the 40. Ball came out. Recovered by West Virginia.
When you're battling to get more carries, that's the last thing you want to do is put the ball on the floor.
Justin Johnson Jr., freshman from St. Louis, had 10 carries in 3 games all season before today. For a gain of 6.
They're going to take a look. Going to make sure he's down.
The previous play is under further review.
So a good-looking Mountaineer drive right now following the roughing the kicker penalty. They gave the Mountaineers another chance. And Johnson on the previous play spun down by Devin Neal.
Yeah, sure looks like his elbow hits, which causes the fumble, forces the fumble. And then I think he recovered it anyway.
Wale Tejada, number 3 on the back of Johnson. Looked like he even recovered that ball had it been deemed a fumble.
The ruling on the field stands. 2nd down.
Just making sure the equipment works, you know. He still recovered it.
Getting back to this round game here for West Virginia. It's been all Letty Brown, right? Yep. You know, Garrett Green, when he comes in, helps out. But as the Mountaineers continue to push to try to get to 6 wins, they need more on the ground. It can't just be number 4 the entire time.
Absolutely. Whether it's Mathis is spilled a little bit. Sparrow, Justin Johnson, they really like as a long-term solution.
Doege in trouble and sacked. Terrell Bernard, the captain, with the sack. Johnson could not block. Number 2, and Bernard got home for his 11th career sack.
Well, the young freshman puts one on the ground. Now the young freshman gives up a sack. Just have to abort the fake. don't fake here. If you see edge pressure from the left side, as we're looking at it, he's coming back for him. Just abort that fake, go right to him. And then Daggy has to help him by stepping up if he can. Third and a bunch.
West Virginia is now allowed 11 sacks this season, most in the Big 12, and here comes another one. As that pocket collapsed, and Garmin Randolph, number 55, back from an injured foot, provides the pressure. There's an injured Mountaineer lineman down near the 45-yard line. That is James Gamitter, a redshirt junior guard from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, just again, edge pressure quickly coming. As you said, Jackson coming off the edge. And another sack to that West Virginia tally. Good to see Gamitter back on his feet here.
6'3", 298 from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Good to see him walking off on his own. So Bernard and Randolph back-to-back sacks, and that promising drive for West Virginia, Mark, after getting that second chance. But Daggy and company have to punt it away.
West Virginia last at giving up sacks. Good at sacking, bad at giving them up.
Staley's punt. Ebner a return. Now he's popped across the 20-yard line. Took a big hit from Reese Smith. Number 15 for West Virginia. A 41-yard punt. Return of 8. And the Bears will get the ball back. And what a start it's been for Bohannon, but especially Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah, Tyquan Thornton on fire. We said there was going to be pressure. How would they answer it? West Virginia brings man coverage. Bohannon out in stride. Thornton gone. This one a hard sell play action pass. Could have been a touchdown if he keeps his feet. At time 3 West Virginia players knock each other off.
Bohannon threw that one behind Drake Dabney, the tight end. It looked like Alonzo Adai nearly had a chance to turn that into 6. Yeah, West Virginia.
That's one of those game of inches plays right there. Quarterback has to hit the other armpit out in front, and then he tips it up, and as you said, near disaster.
Already a career high for Thornton, 41 on just 3 catches. Bohannon has not thrown a pick in his Baylor career. On second down, it's a run for Abram Smith. Pick up about 4. Brought down by Jackie Matthews.
Jackie Matthews in there for Scotty Young, unaccounted for there in that scheme.
Third down here for West Virginia, don't you think, to get the ball back? Down 21-7 late first quarter.
Yeah, huge drive for this West Virginia defense, no doubt.
There's 1 of 2 on third down. On 3rd and 6, Bohannon throws wide open. That's caught first down. That was easy. R.J. Sneed, his first catch today, did not catch a ball last week. The man that his teammates referred to as All-State with the good hands. First down, Baylor.
Absolutely. Watch him right here. Just he gets to the sticks, settles in that zone. Good job getting vertical. Conversion.
A minute to go in the opening quarter. Bohannon 6 of 8, 178, 2 scores. And rushing score as well. Now the option is stiff arm, and Bohannon is stripped up across the 40-yard line. Good run of about 6, brought down by Matthews again.
Yeah, this misfit there defensively. Had 2 guys in the same gap, the blitzer and the defensive end, both inside the tackle. That's, I think, surprised Bohannon and also made it easy for him to get that edge.
Back to the air, Bohannon throws low, and that's going to be caught for first down by Estrada. And that'll likely be the final play of the opening quarter.
Just as we said, 28 points, right? What we called for? Who was that idiot up front?
Boy, we nailed that in the open, didn't we? Set of the storylines today.
Blame that on Vegas.
Estrada, Bohannon, Thornton, and this Baylor offense exploding in the opening quarter. And the 10th all-time meeting. Baylor on top after one, 21-7. Back with the second quarter next on FS1. Neil Brown and the West Virginia defense look at what they've allowed already today compared to what they allowed all last week at home against Texas Tech. The Bears have the ball to begin the second quarter. Ebner trying the right side. That's contained well, though, by West Virginia. Sean Martin, number 91, among those in pursuit of Ebner.
Yeah, Dye there did a great job again of forcing that, as you said, to that tackler. Watch 4 right in the middle of your screen. Bounces it, sees that shoot, hits it, and the rest of the Mountaineer defense rallies. Got to get a stop if you're defensive coordinator Jordan Leslie and company.
3 receiver set on 2nd down and 9. It's a run. It's Ebner trying the right side, and that doesn't go very far. Josh Chandler Samito with his second tackle today, the Mountaineer leading tackler.
Yeah, Chandler Samito, fun to watch. Physical, not a huge guy, 5'10", 226, but he can roll. This West Virginia front looks different in these last 2 plays. I'm sure they had some discussions on the sideline during that quarter break. And just these last 2 plays, they look like they've been in fast forward compared to earlier in the game.
3rd and 6, it's an option, and here's the Mountaineers making a play in the backfield. Dante Stills came home and buried Bohannon for a loss, and out of the gate here in the second quarter, whatever the coaching staff said worked as the Mountaineers force a Baylor punt.
That's the film we've seen right there. Watch 55, shot out of a cannon, right on the backside hip, no chance for Bohannon.
This season all Big 12 selection. So an important 3rd down stop for West Virginia. As Isaac Power boots this one away, a big kick that's going to land inside the 5, and the Bears unable to down it. McCarty gave chase, but the ball comes out to the 20-yard line. So West Virginia, the defense shredded in the opening quarter. Second quarter, Stills makes a stop. Mountaineer ball. Check out the Fox Sports 5G View app powered by Samsung Galaxy for interactive 4D views from today's Maryland at Ohio State game. Available only on 5G-enabled Android devices. 21-7 Baylor. Early second quarter, 10th all-time meeting. West Virginia's won 4 of the last 5. A double overtime win for the Mountaineers in Morgantown last year. Garrett Green, his second series. A quarterback now. And Green will tuck it and run. And here comes Garrett Green. First down out near the 38-yard line. Brought down by J.T. Woods. But that is Green's strength. He's thrown the ball 14 times, a plus runner.
Yeah, great job. That quarterback adds a blocker. You see the puller. Great kick out, good cut by Green.
Pop pass here to Sam James, and he's run out near the West Virginia sideline. We asked Neil Brown, getting back to Garrett Green, about the running game. And, you know, Green is such a good runner. Have you thought about using him just as a running back? With Diggy and a quarterback, just to spell Letty Brown, he said, you know, Garrett Green, that size probably won't hold up to be a featured back. As Diggy going deep. Looking for Ryan, incomplete near the 20-yard line. Ryan, a touchdown reception earlier, and that one off the mark.
Yeah, that was Green. Taking
Green
another shot. Yep, trying to take his first shot. The other thing I asked Neil Brown is he seems like a guy who tries to win the game on every play. You know, he doesn't always make the correct decision. That is the correct decision. He's got to get out a hair earlier, and they got 6. What I mean by that is he pulls the ball when it's, you know, just the better play is to give the ball, and the kid's just a competitive dude, and He oozes competition.
This is a 3rd and 8. In the pocket throws, caught by Wright. He'll be well shy of the first down.
Yeah, going to be about 4th and 5, and that's interesting. They leave him in for a series like that. Oftentimes they'll bring Daggy back in on the 3rd down play like they did earlier.
So Brown and the Mountaineers will have to punt this one away.
Looking for answers on both sides of the ball, Neil Brown right now.
This will be Sumter's second punt. His first one traveled 42 yards. Fair catch inside the 15-yard line from Treston Ebner. So we will step aside following a 43-yard punt. Baylor ball when we come back. FS1 College Football is sponsored by Edward Jones. Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it. With Mark Helfrich, Corey Probus, and our great crew here in Waco, Texas. Not much to cheer about now. That West Virginia sideline.
That's straight West Virginia right there.
Great one. Bohannon throwing. That's tipped in. Incomplete. Mountaineers had a chance. Into traffic. Chandler Semito in the area of the deflection, as was Darrell Porter Jr. Intended for Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah, very similar action to what they tried to hit earlier. Watch 7 fit the run, then back up under it. Great recognition by Chandler Semito. That's the difficult. You talk about a conflict right there of run pass. That's it right there. Great reaction by Chandler Semito.
Mountaineers have not been a big takeaway team. Full all season long. Over the middle. That's caught in traffic. First down across the 25-yard line. And that is Gavin Yates, who makes the reception. The freshman from Frisco, Texas, with his 2nd reception of his Baylor career.
Great job by Bohannon here. A little bit of a off snap. Scans, gets to his 4th guy in the progression as he's getting hit. And Gavin Yates, just so you go back to your backup tight end, first down.
It's a walkout too. 3rd string tight end Yates with the reception, first down. There's a helmet hit across the 30-yard line. Abram Smith with the carry. And he is stopped by many at the 31-yard line. Sean Mahone among those into the stop. Gary Bohannon, 8 of 11, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's rushed for a score. Chandler Semito, the West Virginia defense, has allowed 233 yards of total offense here, and still very early 2nd quarter. Bohannon, deep shot. Estrada open. He's got it. Estrada inside the 15-yard line, shoved out by Mahone. Again, Bohannon had time. A deep shot found Estrada. First down, Baylor.
Just again, great design. They shift everybody to the boundary. It's loaded up into the boundary, unbalanced. Everybody's on that left side of your screen. Hard sell play action, and Estrada just runs. There's nothing to it, just goes vertical off the hard sell. Bohannon with the big arm hits him in stride.
58-yard play. Just outside the 10-yard line, and first down. Bohannon took a big hit, throws to the end zone, and it's incomplete. 2 flags are down, intended for Thornton, but Bohannon took a big hit. And multiple flags are down from where Bohannon threw that ball.
It's exactly what he says. He'd be roughing the passer. I think the discussion is who is it targeting, but no doubt about the roughing part of it. Here's another RPO. He sees this pre-snap. Thornton should come up with that.
The result of the play is a touchdown. Personal foul.
No, sir.
Roughing the passer on the defense, number 8. Contact to the quarterback's head. That foul will be assessed on the ensuing kickoff.
So obviously that is incorrect. by what we saw, and they will get that corrected.
So Vandarius Cowan, the bandit, he was flagged for the personal foul. The touchdown counts for now. Bohannon to Thornton. One would think this will be looked at. Things here, not just possession for Thornton, but potential targeting also could be part of the process here. Cowan's hit on Bohannon.
Wow, I was completely wrong then. When I looked up, I thought that ball was out. My apologies to Tyquan Thornton's family. But yeah, probably taking a look at every element of this for the targeting part.
See Cowan, he
possibility.
He lowered the crown there a little bit at the end of that play. But we'll play on. So it is a touchdown.
It is a touchdown.
Bohannon to Thornton. And here's Hankins. And it's perfect. An 11-yard touchdown play. Bohannon 3 touchdown passes with a rushing score. Bohannon, Estrada, all smiles. Baylor leads 28-7. (28-7) Baylor on top. And Tyquan Thornton with his second receiving touchdown today. 11 yards from Gary Bohannon. A lot to break down on that play.
Yes.
It's a moot point now as Baylor adds to its lead. And after the roughing the passer penalty, they kick it from midfield. And it's returned across the 20-yard line. Grayson Malashevich. All right, let's head back to Los Angeles, bring in Dean Blandino. Dean, we were surprised that at minimum that the replay official did not look at the touchdown. It was ruled a touchdown. We were surprised it was not looked at. What do you think? Was this a clean catch?
Yeah, I was surprised too that there were two aspects of the play. You got to take a closer look. It's really close. You got to have control, body part down, which he did, and then time to perform an act common to the game. At full speed, out pretty quickly. I would have taken a second look. I feel like it's incomplete. Then you have the potential targeting on the hit, which I really did think was targeting with the crown of the helmet.
Good job, good job.
Let's keep it here with Dean as Brown with the run to the right side, and let's go back to the targeting that was not called on Vandarius Cowan.
Yeah, roughing the passer was called on the field. Replay can add targeting. You watch Cowan lower the head, attack with the crown of the helmet into that head neck area. Certainly looked like targeting to me.
So no targeting. Cowan stays in. It's a moot point now as that touchdown counts. Dean, thank you. Here comes Daggy. That's deflected and swatted away by Ashton Logan.
Trying to move Daggy around a little bit. They don't do this a ton as far as getting him outside. But Baylor, again, good corralling of him, good edge pressure. Setting up a critical third down. They all feel critical from here on out for West Virginia.
Logan, mostly a special teams player in 2018, 2019. Started against Oklahoma State last week, his first career start. But Garmin Randolph, that foot is healthy. He started at that jack position today. On third down, Daggy throws complete. That's caught by Isaiah Esdale, his first reception today. And a first down near midfield. Esdale had a good game against Texas Tech. 6 receptions, 113. That one goes for 24 and a much-needed Mountaineer first down.
Huge, and a great throw that time by Daggy in rhythm. Did a nice job picking up that fourth rusher.
From the 50, Esdale again slips away once, and Esdale keeps his feet out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him out at around the 42.
Only 5'11", 202, but very physical, crafty guy working a flat route here. Gets it out, breaks a tackle. 2nd and short, possible shot down here. 4 down territory. You'd certainly think until they're in field goal range for West Virginia.
2nd and 2, looking towards Brown instead. Underneath, here's Bryce Ford Wheaton. Well-designed play by West Virginia. 1st down to the Baylor 28.
Ford Wheaton struggled a little bit. Didn't look like he started today. They're also trying to get more guys involved. He is the big guy.
On 1st down, delay. Lenny Brown, and he's popped across the 25. A gain of about 5, brought down by Logan.
It was that same play we featured on the film room aspect, just a different action, a little bit of a draw action. 5 for 5 inside, an ideal look against that Baylor defense. Baylor does actually a nice job defending that play with only 5 on 5.
On 2nd down, Daggy throws, caught inside the 20-yard line. And that'll be a 1st down, still fighting under the 15-yard line to Bryce Ford Wheaton again. No catches last week. Struggled with catching the football. 2 big receptions on this drive.
Watch him cross face. Now he's got to stay flat. Good job crossing face and staying in front of Tejada and fighting for extra yardage, trying to spur a comeback.
On 1st down, Daggy throws, caught by Wright, and then he's driven back by. We had a chance to speak with Bernard yesterday. He says with him and Jalen Petrie, I handle up front. Petrie, he handles the backside of the defense.
Absolutely, and just watch him. See 2 right in the middle of that front, gets together with that front 6, talks to everybody, the back end. They play totally connected, but they kind of operate as independent units.
5 receivers set on 2nd down and 6. Daggy throws high, incomplete. Intended for Wright. And there is Petrie right on cue. Mention his name, number 8. Works in the secondary.
Yeah,
Out of the coverage.
Daggy's got to be careful here. Great eyes by Petrie. Watches. He's locked in on this dude. Petrie sees him lock in, and he's that close to creating another knock in the air picks situation.
I wonder here, even if West Virginia does not pick up the 3rd down, if they go for it here, where they are in this game right now. On 3rd and 6, Daggy throws in, incomplete. Big hit at the 5.
Get on the hit for Esdale. Esdale was slow to get up.
Up front, our program monitor is dead.
So it's 4th. And we apologize for the technical difficulties. 28-7 Baylor. It's 4th down and 6. Inside that 10 is West Virginia wide receiver Isaiah Esdale, who took a big hit on a 3rd down incomplete pass. And the replay officials are taking a look to see if there's any targeting that could be added here. You see Raleigh Tejada 3, Christian Morgan 4 combining on the stop. Anything that would induce a targeting call here?
No. First of all, great to see Esdale off the field. He was under his own power, got himself off the field. That's good to see. This is clean. Great face mask look there by Christian Morgan. Face mask up, eyes up, seeing what he sits or seeing what he's hitting. Lowers and works to the side as well. Tejada's clean. I would be shocked if that resulted in anything.
Confirmed, no targeting. So 4th down and 6. We thought Mountaineers, would they go for it here? They bring in the field goal unit. And Casey Legg is a high school soccer player in Charleston, West Virginia. Attempting one from 29 yards out. You see he hasn't missed yet this year, 8 out of 8. Yards out. And it's up and good. So we'll take a timeout. 30-second break, 28-10. Well, today at 4 Eastern, we've got the game of the weekend as Sean Clifford leads number 4 Penn State against number 3 Iowa. Catch the action on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Spencer Petras, Tyler Goodson, Sean Clifford, Kinnick Stadium, Iowa City, Penn State, Iowa should be great later today on Fox.
Great game, and again, on paper, a great defensive matchup.
That's what we thought here, too.
We're almost hitting the over here in the first half. Our boys in Vegas. That will be a great one.
Short kick, a chance here for Ebner. Going to bring it back outside, but then he is lassoed down at around the 25-yard line. Of course, a big night to come. Fox and the Fox Sports app. Penn State, Iowa, 4 o'clock. Utah, USC at 8 o'clock Eastern. Then on the Fox Sports app, Fury, Wilder, round 3. Heavyweight title at 9 Eastern. Here's Ebner inside.
Yeah,
down by Stills.
Neil Brown's dream scenario here, 2 timeouts, 6 minutes left. Got to start thinking ahead. He's obviously going to get the ball in the second half. So his dream scenario right here, stop him, get a score, and then bookend that in the second half off of that field goal attempt that they just took.
Bohannon throws, and that's caught. Here's Estrada again, and he's close to a first down. Down by Nick Troy Fortune. It is a first down.
Nick Troy Fortune, that's a long throw and catch. It's basically turning into man coverage as a zone concept of playing man coverage outside. Good job hauling him to the ground.
It's 4 catches now for Estrada. Enrolled in Baylor in January of 2020. The second team All-Ivy League at Dartmouth back in 2019. Great game last week. 4 catches so far today. Bears pick up the pressure, giving Bohannon time, and that's incomplete. Around the 46, intended for Estrada. Good coverage that time for Fortune.
Great job by Fortune. They're tracking him all the way across the field. It's the same matchup we just had. Man coverage. He buys him all the way across. Great job with that left hand. A little bit of right hand, but not enough to draw the flag. Great defense by Nick Troy Fortune.
Smith. Cut it back. That's Ebner, beg your pardon. Ebner. Picks up about 4. Down by Sean Martin.
Yeah, Baylor doing just enough in the run game, 2.5 yards per carry right now, but it's setting up everything else, the RPOs and the home run shots they've taken.
Good to see Isaiah Estill running around a little bit.
Absolutely.
After taking that hard hit in the previous West Virginia series. Now can the Mountaineers make a stop here on 3rd down and 6? They bring pressure, quick throw, and that's incomplete, dropped. Was looking for Estrada, and there was Fortune again of the coverage. So 4th down here for Baylor with 4:18 to go until halftime.
They got him once, and then Fortune answers on the 2nd and 3rd with the stop, showing a 0 blitz, and they punch out 47. There's Stevens to try to confuse Bohannon. Nick Troy Fortune, great stop.
Good series for Nick Troy Fortune. West Virginia will get the ball back. Isaac Power, his second punt. A high, beautiful punt and a fair catch pulled down by Malashevich inside the 10-yard line. Another boomer from Isaac Power, averaging 44 yards per punt. That one goes for 51. Let's take a look at what's coming up on the State Farm Halftime Show.
Coming up on the State Farm Halftime, we'll preview the biggest game of the day coming up later on Fox. 4th ranked Penn State and number 3 Iowa. Plus, our guys tell us who is the best wide receiver in the country. Which receiver got those hands? Right now, Corey and Mark, let's hand it back to you.
I think it's got to be Tyquan Thornton, right? Best receiver in America today.
4 catches, 152, 2 scores. Mountaineers inside their own 10-yard line. It's a run for Letty Brown. 12, brought down by Bernard. So West Virginia 2 timeouts left. There's 3 possessions. Mountaineers, a good-looking drive going, settled for 3.
That last play is the same one that Garrett Green ran himself earlier, and that's the difference of the quarterback carrying it versus the running back carrying it. Is that extra hat in the box.
Empty backfield on 2nd and 7, and down goes Daggy. Siaki Apu-Ika, the big man, transfer from LSU, 3rd-year sophomore with the sack.
Ika just smokes Doug Nestor, 72 right off the bat. A little head fake inside, and that's 6'4", 350 with speed off the head fake. Blow some kisses.
Doing the river dance last week. Ika played for Aranda at LSU.
I love that when you ask Coach Aranda about that. Coach Aranda deadpanned. There's a time and a place for that.
That wasn't it. On 3rd and long, they keep it safe and run the draw with Brown. So after the big punt, West Virginia doesn't do much inside its own 10, and a timeout called with 2:44 to go until halftime.
Baylor's going to save some time. Great call by Dave Aranda and company. Cole Maxwell there on the twist game.
30-second timeout.
Eats up the draw. They take the timeout. 2:44 left and 2 remaining.
The Mountaineers and Neil Brown entering this one today. Losers of 6 straight road games. Last time they won a road game back in the 2019 season. And he expected his team to come out and fight. And you tell me, what did you see defensively for the Mountaineers in that first quarter?
They were sluggish. It looked very similar to last week when Neil Brown said, he was embarrassed, was apologizing to the fans for how they played. That's how they looked. And finally, they hit the snooze button there a little bit defensively. Got to find some answers now offensively to get this going. Probably bringing the house.
Sumter from back of his own end zone. Ebner with a return. And slips away and now goes down at his own 49-yard line. Well, Baylor, what has made this offense go? Success with their play-action pass game.
No, it's just been outstanding. The RPO game and then the load-em-up home run shots. We'll go back here. It's just been a Tyquan Thornton fest. Protected. This is the home run. Should be a long touchdown, but they'll certainly take it. Set him up for this play-action pass to an uncovered Ben Sims. But look at that front, moving those guys, getting Bohannon in space. That time it was Drew Estrada, literally uncovered by that scheme.
Baylor 2 timeouts. Here's Ebner trying to stretch it, and well contained by Sean Mahone and West Virginia.
RJ Sneed just got defeated there on the edge.
No gain of the play. Smith comes in at tailback. Seen from Abilene. There's Smith, and he is met first by Stills, slipped away once, and then the pile builds. Chandler Sumito and company stop him.
Yeah, ran through Stills. You don't see that very often. He's a powerful back. Baylor just feels like they're just kind of probing this out right here, trying to leech the clock down as much as possible, not leave any time for Jarrett Dagey and company.
Already a career-setting day. It's only the first half for Gary Bohannon. Not bad at all. 273 in the air, 3 scores. He's rushed for a score. 3rd down and 8. As Bohannon's going to let that clock took away. And now it's an option. With the flip to Smith, and Smith has stood up. It'll be about 4 yards shy of the first down. We'll see if West Virginia calls a timeout here. Mountaineers have 2 remaining and will get the ball first to begin the second half. And they will not.
That doesn't look like it. They had that blocked up. They ended up with two blockers on the same defender. And Dave Aranda's talking to that official right there, going to run this play clock down to 1 and take a timeout. And you would anticipate him punting this away. We had a great discussion with him about all the analytics that they contemplate and he really believes in. But this is probably a time where he's going, hey, we got a ton of momentum. My quarterback is having a career high day in the first half.
Timeout. Baylor.
Baylor will
30 seconds in length.
Will take a timeout, leaving the Bears with 1 remaining and 29 seconds to go until halftime. So speaking of fourth downs, interesting percentage in terms of conversion rate across the FBS landscape. 54% so far. I think you forget last year it was a short season. Not everybody played the same amount of games. You look at it, go back to the last full season, 2019. Is that a big jump for you? If you were in that spot to go for it on fourth down, you see that trend growing, and if so, it is driven by analytics, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's different with each head coach. Dave Aranda is a guy that believes in it, but we talked a lot about fourth down, kicking, punting, 2-point conversions. He's a scientific mind, science-based type of decision making. Some of them are, I've got to stand on the podium after the game type of decision making as well.
Isaiah Estill, good to see him back. He's back to receive this punt. It bounces, though, into the end zone. And will come out to the 20-yard line. So 2 timeouts, 21 seconds. Coming up on the State Farm halftime show. Penn State, Iowa coming up later today at Fox. And we'll hear from Mike and the guys about the best wide receiver in the country. Surprised West Virginia did not call the timeout, though. They had 2 remaining. Or do you think that if they would have called a timeout, then does Aranda go for it there on 4th and 4?
Probably not. That wouldn't probably have changed his thinking, because Jared Dagey and Neil Brown can manage the clock on the other side of it. But they look a little shell-shocked right now, West Virginia.
Dagey on the run, and that'll be the final play of the first half. A dominant first half showing for the Baylor Bears on offense. 322 yards for the Bears. What will Dagey and company do at halftime? The largest halftime deficit for Neil Brown and West Virginia this season. But the Bears in their flawless first half offensively and take a commanding lead into the locker room. That's the end of the first half with the score. Baylor 28, West Virginia 10. Coming up after this quick commercial break, stay tuned for the State Farm halftime show from Los Angeles with Mike and the guys. A dominant first half for the hometown Baylor Bears, amassing more than 320 yards of offense. At the break, 28-10, Baylor on top. The second half when we come back. Chili Peppers on a red-hot day in Waco, and a red-hot Baylor offense here in the first half as well. Back with Mark Helfrich.
Just like we said.
Just like we said. We thought this was going to be defensive dominated. That wasn't the case from the opening series.
Yeah, what an idiot I am. I mean, Tyquan Thornton on fire. Coach Peterson, he's the best receiver in America right now. Feels like he has 25 catches. He only has 4 for 152 on 6 targets. But here's how they did it. Gary Bohannon, accurate, keeping him on the move, play action pass. Could have been another touchdown for Thornton there if he kept his feet. Here he was that set up the later touchdown to Sims. And here is maybe his third, maybe not a catch. Bohannon's all fired up, drawing the foul, but chunk plays. This story is chunk plays. Gary Bohannon, 272 yards in the first half.
And then Baylor, too, tremendous on the defensive side, applying 3 sacks in that first half as well. So Baylor defensively known for takeaways, but they got home a few times in the first half.
They did. They did a great job. Edge pressure is their specialty. Got to do more of it here. A critical opening drive for Neil Brown and company right here.
So West Virginia will get the ball first to begin the second half. And Winston Wright Jr. no chance to return Mountaineer ball from the 25. Let's take a look at today's team comparison sponsored by Credible.com. Total yards 322 for Baylor. Time of possession favored the Bears as well. There's a flag down back inside the 20-yard line.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, receiving team number 10. That penalty will be assessed half the distance to the goal. First down.
Yeah, you know, Neil Brown and company got after him at halftime. That's the last thing you want to see to start the drive if you're West Virginia.
That was on Jarrett Bartlett, the guy that played so well. Might have been on Sean Ryan, 2 number 10, so no clarification on that. But anyway, a penalty. Mistake right away on the Mountaineers to start the second half. Now Baylor's defense, 1 pick, 3 sacks. A final drive for the Mountaineers. Laughlin, the tight end, goes in motion. And here's Letty Brown, lowers the helmet and powers across the 15-yard line, met by Terrell Bernard.
Yeah, for West Virginia, it's an 18-point game. Unfortunately, they're used to kind of this situation. Exactly what happened last week. Dug themselves a hole and tried to dig out of it. Don't have to do anything crazy yet. Just execute your game plan.
West Virginia only 34 yards rushing in the first half. Dead last in the Big 12 coming in, averaging 116. On second down, that's caught by Esdale. And great to see him back after he was banged up before halftime. Tackled by Woods. First down, West Virginia.
Yeah, big and physical in traffic. It was that same curl cut from earlier. But great to see him back.
3 catches now, 40 yards. Isaiah Esdale. Offensive coordinator Jared Parker told us about Esdale this week. He's been around the program so long, we think he's like 38 years old. Redshirt senior. On first down, Daggy looks right, pressure, throws, and that's a fingertip catch made at the 30-yard line by Bryce Ford Wheaton. Yeah, up high to pull that one down.
Great strong hands. Daggy worked through, tried a little double move out to his right, came back to his left. Watch him go up and get it. Little double catch. That's called catching the back of the football. Not ideal, but second, and we're in business.
Ford Wheaton did not start today. Caden Prather did, but Ford Wheaton had a good second quarter. Now 3 catches, 30 yards today. It's a flag down. It's a run for Brown. Looked like the first down.
Looked like an illegal formation. I think both these receivers down here were off the wall.
West Virginia's been penalized 3 times. Baylor only 1 penalty in the first half.
Yeah, when you see the 2 line officials talking to each other. They're saying, hey, who's on, who's off. That's why they're getting together up top, coming back to the referee to make the call.
So you want to back them up. This will be on West Virginia.
Illegal formation. Offense. There were 5 in the backfield at the snap. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Yeah, so you got your 5 offensive linemen, and then there has to be 2 more guys, right, to make up 7. So there's your 5 offensive linemen and a tight end, and then nobody else is on the line of scrimmage. So there's your 6. Then there's the other way they look at that is 5 in the backfield. They made that a little easy to officiate a few years ago, just saying 5 in the backfield.
The ball out to the 25-yard line, second down and 9. Daggy throws open for Wheaton. The first down across the 35. Bryce Ford Wheaton was wide open, and if the Mountaineers are going to come back, they need another big second half from Jared Daggy, much like last week, even though they lost by 3.
Yeah, the late heroics. Daggy had a chance on the last play offensively, but they don't want to test this theory, but they've done it before.
Daggy steps up. Keeps the ball, and now Daggy runs, and he'll dive across the 45 as a penalty marker's thrown behind the play at the 35-yard line.
Holding. Offense, number 54. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
That's their best offensive lineman. The sophomore, Zach Frazier, he immediately threw up his arms when he saw the flag, so little guilty signal from Zach Frazier. Let's take a look right at center, 54. Setting, helping on Aki. On Ika. Just got to let him go. Again, there's no need to do that. He's maybe not anticipating Daggy to run through the middle like that, but got to let him go. Little acting job there by Ika as well.
Justin Johnson Jr. back at a tailback. Daggy takes a big hit, throws, hung in there, and found Winston Wright Jr. First down to the 45-yard line as Daggy took a big hit and fires a dart to right. First down, West Virginia.
Yeah, watch the corner pressure, the corner off the edge here. Daggy doesn't recognize a pre-snap, but this is, if you want to be a quarterback, get ready to take this shot. Whack. That's probably Justin Johnson, again, the young running back in protection, but a great spot with that ball.
It's now Walcott that delivered the hit. As Daggy keep it again, and Daggy not down yet, now takes a hit. He'll have the first down across the 35-yard line. He was looking to get down and then lowered the shoulder and said to Jalen Petrie, let's go.
Yeah, he's not known for his athleticism. You see him, it looks like he's kind of going down there. Oh, I'm going to keep running here. There's a lot of space. Starting to go down, keeps going. Says, Petrie, let's square up here a little bit. And laughs it off, getting up. Oh, Lyman, love to see that.
First down inside the 35. Here's Letty Brown. Couple down by Bernard.
4 down territory here. 4 down territory here if you're Neil Brown. Kicking into the wind coming off the Brazos River right there, right?
Day here in Waco. Daggy throws on the slant, and that's caught, flag down. That's reception made by Ford Wheaton. Will be a first down pending the call. Mountaineers believe this is going to be on Baylor.
There might have been a little tug on Ford Wheaton.
Whatever the message was to Ford Wheaton to say, hey, you're not starting today.
Yep.
It's going to be Prather. It's been received well by Ford Wheaton. He's been a focal point in the passing game, really going back to the second quarter and certainly on this drive.
Yeah, and West Virginia fans say, hey, where was this? Early kickoff time, sure, but let's wake up.
Holding. Defense, number 3. Prior to the pass. That penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Second Baylor penalty, and that one flagged on Raleigh Tejada.
Yeah, so I think it was about a 9.5-yard gain. So they were trying to, that's what took so long. They were trying to give Neil Brown the option of accepting the 10-yard penalty or declining it based on what was more.
So 1st and 10 as Garrett Green now comes in at quarterback. Green threw 3 passes, completed 2, ran it once for 18 yards in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Letty Brown to the outside. Brown still fighting and tackled out of bounds near the 11 by Matt Jones, who started in place of Bernard last week.
Garrett Green has done enough, as you said, and certainly in this game alone, he does enough in the passing game. You got to play honest. You can't just play him as a, another tailback back there, and then that lets Letty Brown have an edge on a defender and get a big chunk play.
Daigie back in. If the Mountaineers keep the ball in the air, do they go back to number 0? He's been a plus on this drive.
He's been hot, and he's their big guy, 6'3", in the red zone.
This direction, it's Letty Brown, maybe 1. Brought down by Petrie.
That time he was the decoy going in motion on the fly sweep. Tight end for tight end on the substitution. O'Loughlin back in there. The more experienced guy, more catches. And now he's going back out, and they're going 4 wides.
Winston Wright, number 1, back in as 87 departs. Letty Brown in a tailback. West Virginia can pick up a first down near the 1. This is a 2nd down and 9. Daigie over the middle, incomplete, looking for Brown. Coverage from Jones.
Yeah, Matt Jones. Letty's going to want to have this one back. Just again, you got to just be definitive on your angle against the guy that you should be a better athlete than, and he is a better athlete than Matt Jones, but he wins that time. Three receivers into the boundary. Estelle all by himself down at the bottom.
All right, vacates that look. And the slot on the right side. It's 3rd and 9. Tipped in the air and incomplete. Intended for Ford Wheaton. Now Walcott.
Yeah, Walcott.
Coverage along with Morgan.
Walcott and Neal there and Morgan combined, and they've seen enough of Bryce Ford Wheaton. They said, all right, we see what you're cooking here.
Spike down behind Ford Wheaton. So now field goal here to still make this a 2-score game.
Yep.
27-yard try for Legg. He was good from 29 earlier, and this one is up and good. So Casey Legg now 10 for 10 on field goals this season to make this a 15-point game. Now even the umpires are getting involved. The spike, the bounce, the catch. 3 for the Mountaineers, 15-point game.
All secured 8.
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Edward Jones. Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it. Only a 6-minute drive. Neil Brown's team settles for just 3. 15-point game. 28-13 Baylor. As Ebner, dangerous, took one back against Iowa State 2 weeks ago. See the kick from Evan Staley. And now it's an onside kick. It's loose. Pile builds at the 48-yard line. As the officials begin to
look like
break up that pile.
Yeah, Baylor recovered it, but I like it. Almost recovered it by accident, I think. Recognized it late. Little sky pooch kick. Just needs to push.
Estrada. Drew Estrada. The onside try denied. Baylor ball when we come back. Baylor on top, 28-13, 9:16 to go in the third quarter. First possession for the Bears here in the second half. First 7 possessions marked. The Bears got off to an incredible start, but then the Mountaineers made some adjustments and forced punts 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, they did. If you're going to look, kind of glass half full for the Mountaineer fans, is they started figuring they're just playing harder and cleaner. See if that continues here in the second half.
Gary Bohannon was brilliant in the first half. Also roll right and throws, and that's incomplete. It was tipped, intended for R.J. Sneed, deflected by Josh Chandler-Semino.
Sneed was uncovered that time on the little over route. That was a clutch tip by Chandler-Semino. Watch 0 come in the background. You'll see 7 get up and make the play. There's nobody near Sneed.
Smith, the tailback, to Bohannon's right. Bohannon throws. That's caught. Thornton, and he'll tiptoe out of bounds about a yard shy of the first down. There is a flag back at midfield.
Yeah, Stills was clapping, so I think probably going to be a hold on that Baylor front. Right now.
There is no foul on the play for holding. The action was deemed to be legal. Second down.
You saw him celebrate it, and then
It's third down. It is third down.
Yep. They waved it off late, and you saw his reaction. There is on the right side of your screen as you look at it with the swim move. Whew. That looks like holding to me.
West Virginia sideline. You can see the anger right there. So it's a third down and short. Pressure coming. Bohannon throws. Incomplete. Flag at the 20-yard line.
A lot of action on that play. Had a great pickup by Ebner, and I think a hold on Fortune.
Fortune with Estrada.
Holding. Defense, number 11. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That's what about that sequence there.
Yeah.
West Virginia thinks a call's going to go its way. It doesn't. The next play, it's a hold on Fortune.
Exactly the look Neil Brown had on his face right there, right? Of hey, let's deem that legal. Look like may have had 2 options there on the hold. He took a shot
here too from Taj Alston. Inside the 30-yard line on first down. It's Bohannon towards the end zone looking for Sims. He's got it. Touchdown Baylor. Second time Bohannon has found his tight end Sims today. 29 yards. And the Bears add on.
earlier. 10 yards. Watch a little wheel route. Working the bottom of the numbers. Great clearing route by Drake. Dabney takes the defense with him. Porter peeking in the backfield there. Sims too fast, it gets by him.
Gary Bohannon, a career-high 4 touchdown passes today. Isaiah Hankins has been busy on for the extra try. And it's up and good. So Baylor on his first drive to begin the second half. Bohannon to Sims for the second time today. Mid-third quarter, Baylor big. And Sims 2 touchdown receptions today. 3 plays, 47 yards. A holding penalty that was negated.
Yeah, back-to-back hold, then hold. Tough on that West Virginia sideline right now.
And no return for Winston Wright Jr. Let's go back to the touchdown throw. Bohannon to Sims. Mark a moment ago.
Yeah, great design here by Coach Jeff Grimes and company. True Estrada will be the motion man on the jet sweep, coming from the top to the bottom as we look at it. And watch what effect this has on number 2 at the bottom of the screen, Porter. And then a great pickup, one of several today by Abe Smith. So there's the flash pass, 2 freezes in no man's land. Great block by Smith. Bohannon says, wow, he's wide open again. Touchdown Bears.
As the bandit, Jared Bartlett, number 10. If Smith isn't there, then he's got a free lane to Bohannon. And Bartlett had that great game against Virginia Tech, 3-sack performance. Has been quiet since, but yeah, credit Smith for picking up that key block. Eddie Brown open, and the swing pass, and Brown is out near the 30. Eddie Brown today, 12 carries, 44 yards. At this point, though, in the game, the ground game is an afterthought, right? It has to be in the air.
It's a complimentary deal to the pass, and also the pace. West Virginia has to pick up their pace a little bit. There's still time.
Baylor brings 4, and that's caught by Wright. And Wright stretches out near midfield. Nice job of the West Virginia O-line that time, giving Dagey time. 20-yard play to Wright.
Yeah, great job securing on the back end that time by J.T. Woods. This speedster right almost gone. Unbalanced formation. All your eligibles again down here, tight end of 3 wideouts, nobody eligible up top.
Dagey pressured, and down he goes. Siaki Apuika's 2nd sack today.
Yeah, this is why we featured him earlier. This guy is fun to watch unless you're the opposing quarterback or the opposing offensive line. He's athletic. He's relentless. He does so many times. It's not him making the play. Here it is. He finishes the deal with a little bit of help from his friends.
Loss of 5. Ika's 2nd sack today. 4th Baylor sack. And now a false start is going to move West Virginia even deeper back.
Prior to the snaps, false start, offense, number 53. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
It's on Jordan White. Back up center.
Yeah, they're moving guys all over again. That's rare this section of the season. Trying to get a lot of work for multiple offensive linemen.
Right and right guard on this series. Too high, incomplete for Ford Wheaton. Pressure to Dagey, applied by Cole Maxwell.
Yeah, Cole Maxwell again had the great stop on that draw earlier. That's where you'd love to see Dagey trust his athleticism. It was just him and Maxwell, and there was nothing left over there. He's not, as we've seen earlier again, he's not a total slug. He's not going to win a 100-yard dash against anybody. But that time, got to trust yourself.
On 3rd and 20. Baylor brings pressure, and down goes Dagey. T.J. Franklin came in fast, came in hard, and buried Dagey for the 5th Baylor sack.
Watch Franklin against Moore down here on the right side. Just a little pick. Hits that inside hip. Moore has to step down immediately and take that inside charge away. No chance for Dagey.
Moore starting right tackle today. Wyatt Milam was injured against Texas Tech. Did travel. Hadn't seen him much today. West Virginia forced to punt. Sumter to Ebner for a catch at the 30-yard line. A 39-yard punt takes us to a break. Baylor ball when we come back. Well, he's not here today, but still the Bears honoring RG3, the 2011 Heisman Trophy winner, 2011 Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, the 2nd overall pick by Washington in the 2012 NFL Draft. RG3 honoring his Heisman season 10 years ago. Again, not here today. We look back on his career, Heisman Trophy winner. Still a legend in these parts, as he should be.
He might be wearing Gary Bohannon's jersey today, the way he's playing.
Bohannon's been great. Smith on the run. 35-13 Baylor. Bohannon today 14 out of 20, career high in yards thrown, touchdowns thrown. Remember, he's rushed for a score as well. After a loss of one, Bohannon throws on the slant. That's caught in traffic. And that'll be a first down out to the 42-yard line by Tyquan Thornton.
Guess who? Nice job on the slant route. Good timing again by Gary Bohannon. That's the best thing that he's doing today. Throwing on time, in rhythm. Their offensive staff doing a great job getting the ball out on time, changing his landmark as far as his launch point.
He was not accurate last week. He had a sub 50% completion percentage last week. Playing on the road, there's a flag thrown as a big hole opens up for Smith, and he's tackled at the 40-yard line by Darrell Porter Jr. As Smith, if he was able to evade that, probably was gone, but there was a flag back inside 38.
Defense number 8 lined up in the neutral zone at the snap. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is first down.
Yeah, Porter, great speed to track that down. Just lined up in the neutral zone. Can't really see it here, but a nice job getting it started, and then a great one-cut backside. Watch there's your shoelace tackle right there by Darrell Porter Jr.
The 8th penalty on West Virginia's 6th this half. Too high lead intended for Smith.
West Virginia trying to get an offensive pass interference. A little traffic run there by Tyquan Thornton, a little veteran move. And that's uncharacteristic today for Gary Bohannon. That was the last week's Gary Bohannon right there.
On second down, Bohannon throws. That's caught. Nice catch made by Thornton. Short of a first down by about 4 yards.
That is so hard to do. What he just made look so easy. That kind of high off the RPO. Bohannon's pulling that ball. Sometimes not the most accurate of throw. To go up and get that behind your head, using all 6'3" in full range right there.
Thornton up to 7 receptions now, 179. Those 2 scores, as you see.
Comeback
with a lane, and there goes Abram Smith to the house. Touchdown, Baylor Bears. "31-yard touchdown run for Abe Smith."
Abe Smith has done a great job in pass protection. West Virginia's going to bring the pressure off this right side. Sims does a little booty block. And Abe Smith recognizes it, gets vertical. Touchdown, Baylor.
7th rushing score this season. Recruited as a running back, switched to linebacker in 19. And Jeff Grimes moved him back to running back this year.
Yeah, with 4 practices left in spring ball. Last year, he was a linebacker.
Flag was thrown
Prior to the
before,
snap.
one after.
Ball start. Offense number 29. 5-yard penalty. We'll retry the point.
So Hankins and the special teams unit will reset.
Coach Grimes, veteran offensive line coach. I loved it when he was talking about Abram Smith. The first thing he said is, he can do some things. Do some things. And you see why he likes him. That one cut off the stretch zone and picking up blitzers in pass protection. Gotta love that.
The mantra for this Baylor offense, reliable, violent offense. The RBO wasn't the case last week, but they have been outstanding today. Big play after big play in the air and on the ground. Abram Smith adding 2 of the day for the Bears. 31-yard TD score, all Baylor in Waco. Those touchdowns, 20 yards or more from scrimmage, and Baylor with 11, matching Texas for the most in the Big 12. 42-13.
4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Still.
All that energy on the Baylor sideline, understandably so. And no return. West Virginia ball from the 25-yard line. Tomorrow night, Jose Altuve and the Astros go for the sweep, while Tim Anderson and the White Sox fight for their playoff lives in Game 3 of the American League Division Series. Tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Should be a great atmosphere in Chicago, but Houston, a veteran team, picked the first 2 games at Minute Maid Park. Game 3, Chicago. Tomorrow night. Speaking of the postseason, no Max Muncy, Baylor Bear for the Dodgers. He's hurt.
Don't make excuses for my Giants.
Morgan Webb was brilliant last night, wasn't he? As the Giants took Game 1 at home. The Dodgers, that's still the catch.
This is obviously a must score as Garrett Green looks like he's coming back in the game. Baylor touchdown drives, 2 plays, 8 plays, 5 plays, 5 plays, 3 plays, 6 plays. Just quick strike after quick strike for the Bears.
And Garrett Green back in at quarterback. Justin Johnson Jr. the tailback. Here's a run for Green. First down as Green is hit across the 40-yard line out to the 41.
Yeah, QB draw all the way. Zach Frazier that time climbing to the second level did a nice job.
Green patient, and then from behind is brought down by Matt Jones.
Yeah, this is the element that West Virginia needs, of not having enough guys open against this defense today. They've challenged Day to beat them with his legs. Garrett Green just much more capable to do that. A long way to bring back now.
Daggy stays out, Green stays in. 5'11" redshirt freshman. His 5th game of the season. There's Green up the middle. And he is inside Baylor territory out near the 49.
Good read that time by Green. He's reading the edge of that defense, and essentially he said, hey, should Justin Johnson have the ball on the perimeter, or should I have it on this vertical cut? Good read right there.
On 3rd and 2. It's Johnson. Spins away once, but not twice. All that green and gold. It was Bernard. It was Franklin and company. And they buried Johnson for a loss. 4th down.
Yeah, that's why they love Bernard back. Not only does he run the show, he can make plays. That's 1 sack of the season, 1.5 tackle for loss. Here he's on the pressure inside. Just unbelievable trigger, unbelievable acceleration. Parker Moore can't even touch him, and he gets help from that pursuing Bear defense.
So all the makings of certainly West Virginia going for it, but after that play goes back for a loss of 5.
Now, no chance
to punt it away on 4th and 7. Play clock at 0.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Yeah, West Virginia would not take a timeout in that situation. They don't care about those 5 yards. For your punt team, save that for later.
And now Baylor changing up personnel. Not a great punt. As it rolls inside the 25-yard line, there's a flag thrown back at the 6-yard line.
I think that was the 11th guy running off the field. There's 1 flag down. Usually there'd be 3. I think it was the 11th guy running off the field. We'll take a look. Count them up.
So multiple flags. There's one at the 6, then there's another one at the 20. As they wait to sort this out, Miranda and the Bears offense may get it back. 1:14 to go in the third quarter.
That's something that's reviewable if they have 11 or 12. Yeah, but that late substitution there by Baylor trying to get they took their defense off the field, put in their punt return team. A little risky. Try to count them up. Yeah, and then 11 is the returner. I think you already counted him. We've got Max Line 1 in LA counting him up. Yeah, I think no foul.
There is no foul on the play for 12 players on defense. It was the 11th player running off the field.
Some good call there, Mark Helfrich.
Proves that I completely, totally missed the boat on the flow of the game today, but I can count to 11. Actually to 10. I didn't have to get to 11 that time.
And while the officials were talking that over, the backup quarterback, Blake Shapen, he was warming up a little bit, but Bohannon will start this series. 42-13 late third quarter, and that's incomplete. Intended for Thornton. Coverage from Nick Troy Fortune.
Yeah, they're really trying to bite off all they can chew on those out routes. They're running a 10-yard out route off of an RPO. Usually you would run that at about 5 yards so you don't get linemen downfield. Running that outside zone complements that deeper route. Bohannon just has to hurry up his tempo.
Same play, right? And that's Thornton. And the Mountaineers are saying that ball came out, but Thornton's still on top of it for the 28-yard line.
Yeah, a little hitch that time. Same area to attack, that boundary flat area. Making sure Thornton's hands still work, right? Gloves are probably worn out today.
8 receptions now. Thornton, 187 receiving. That's a career high on 3rd and short. Long throw caught by Ebner, and he won't pick it up. Alonzo Adai, number 4, got there first. That'll be 4th down.
Yeah, he's done a ton of great stuff today. Bohannon, 17 for 25. This is just one of those, always you talk about quarterbacks, don't make layups. Just make this a nice catchable ball. Don't make him have to react to it, jump back toward it, couldn't square up and convert. Had him wide open in the flat. Kind of a few things to coach on the day, and he's going to have a few.
Question, Baylor will put it away. Final play of the third quarter. Esdale with a fair catch at the 22-yard line. The Baylor Bears had a commanding lead at halftime. They've added to that with a strong third quarter. We go to the 4th in Waco. Bohannon, Sims, and the Baylor Bears rolling at home, 42-13. FS1 College Football is sponsored by Edward Jones. Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it. Fourth quarter, 42-13. Baylor on top. Corey Probus, Mark Helfrich, our great crew. We thank you for joining us, and we thank all the folks here in Waco for the great hospitality this weekend. We had a great meal last night. Corey McIntyre, the staff at Milo Restaurant. 5 stars. It was fantastic. And certainly give that a try. Farm to table. Great food next time you visit Waco. As the fourth quarter begins, Diggy got him. Ball down the middle. It's Winston Wright Jr. incomplete. It was underthrown. Right, he beat the Bears down the field, but that one's slightly underthrown. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that's one. If you're Jared Diggy, you got to see the top of this and let it go because he's wide open. Behind him has to come back. Lucky that ball wasn't tipped to one of the other 3 Bears that hustled on the scene.
second down. Daggy throws, and that's caught by Sam James. His fourth catch today, tackled by Devin Neal.
That's a great job tracking him by Devin Neal, getting him on the ground and not letting that spark. Because if he's out of that man coverage, he's still running. Neal had the big hit earlier. Having a nice day.
This is a 3rd and 7. And it's caught. And short of the first down, James again. Now Walcott made the tackle. Kalen Barnes, who's been out the last few weeks with a leg injury, it was a game-time decision today. Did warm up, but we've seen more 13 as opposed to 12 today.
Yeah, and a rare missed tackle right there by the Baylor Bears. You see Walcott square up and get James to the turf. 4th down and 3 at this point. They're going to punt it away.
Another punt. Tyler Sumter. Ebner keeps his feet. And Ebner then is wrestled out near the 30-yard line. 52-yard punt, 10-yard return. And Baylor ball, 13:21 to go in the fourth quarter. And we will take a timeout here in Waco. Now the offensive leaders today for the Baylor Bears, it hasn't been just one guy. Abram Smith had the 31-yard touchdown run in the third quarter, but career days for Bohannon and Thornton. And Baylor's had a wonderful day, leading 42-13 early fourth quarter.
That is their bread and butter play to a tight end that time. Now they're probably in the mode. Coach Aranda's probably talking to offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes, saying, hey, let's get some handed runs in there, take the RPO off of things, try to grind this baby out a little bit.
9 for Smith. He spoke to his team in the locker room at halftime last week, as did Jared Dagey. Both teams, in fact, were shut out in their respective games at halftime.
Don't turn back! Don't turn back!
And that's Sneed. His coaches say, don't turn back.
Yeah, he's talking to Sims there. Watch Ben Sims on the perimeter. Once that guy crosses your face, you got to pass him to the back. The back blocked him. If Sims just climbs to the next level, that's what they're talking about.
6 X3 low on the stop. Sims 2 touchdown receptions today. 3rd and 1. Formation. 5, the fullback, linebacker Doyle. Instead, it's a throw and incomplete. Intended for Sims. Coverage from Porter. That throw tells me that Baylor probably is going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Don't you think so?
We shall see. Yeah, throwing it like that would lead to that. And it looks like Coach Aranda is going to go for it. Analytic 4th and 1 here, backed up. It's the same play they scored the touchdown on earlier. And West Virginia had it covered that time.
High formation backfield on 4th down. It's Smith, right side, 1st down. Needed 1, picked up 3.
And that's another Baylor.
Brought down by Stevens and Bartlett.
Nice job here, just that edge stretch with a little puller and a fullback. The same play they scored a touchdown against Oklahoma State last week. Trying to end a victory with the same play.
On option, Bohannon from behind, a late flip and a good decision. Here's Ebner. Reverses field, Ebner to the 30-yard line. Well, it looked like the Mountaineers Mountaineers had Bohannon, then at the last moment did.
We said it.
Play going with the toss to Ebner for 30.
Looked like RG3 earlier now. Looks like Darian Hagan in the old days with that pitch, little Big 8 pitch right there. Great job. Maybe a little lucky. Might have just wanted to eat that one once you're getting horsepowered.
Tari Simmons thought he had him. Ebner, and he dives near the 25.
That play is what Coach Grimes was talking about yesterday of Ebner bouncing it too much. That cut was probably the same one as Abe Smith had on the touchdown. That vertical cut. He loves Tristan Ebner, but he said the one thing, he's a great returner, and he kind of tries to turn every run into a kickoff return. That was kind of emblematic right there.
Ebner out. Abram Smith back in. Estrada in motion as Bohannon comes under center. On 2nd and 6. Boot, rolls and throws, and too high, incomplete. Intended for Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah, really nothing there. It was a good safe spot throw by Bohannon. No chance for the defender to get involved there and live for the next play.
Gary Bohannon from a small town, Earl, Arkansas. Won the job. Now Jacob Zeno and Blake Chapin to be the starter. He's had a career-high day in many categories today. Tight window, and that's incomplete. Intended for Thornton. Had to fit that one in tight. Gave Thornton a chance, could not catch it. 4th down.
Yeah, West Virginia finally onto the fact that this Tyquan Thornton guy is pretty good. Had 3 defenders there. The tight end uncovered. Little stick concept there. Watch the left side of your screen. Right there. Drake Dabney wide open for the first down yardage.
It's a 45-yard field goal try for Isaiah Hankins. Snap, spot. Kick is on the way, and that one is good. Inside the left upright, Hankins with his 6th made field goal this season. Timeout in Waco. Well, tomorrow it's a star-studded doubleheader on Fox. First, Aaron Rodgers leads the Packers against Joe Burrow and the Bengals, or other regional action. Then in America's Game of the Week, Saquon Barkley and the Giants take on Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, all on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Check local listings for the games in your area. Jones, Dak Prescott. Cowboys' only loss so far came against Brady the Bucks. Week 1. Go as he's stopped at around the 15-yard line. Siaki Ika and the Bears having fun today at home. Now Baylor football history. We talked offense earlier. How about defense? Look at those eyes and the great Mike Singletary, and that carried into his Hall of Fame career with the Chicago Bears. And Singletary would be happy with the effort from his alma mater's defense today.
Ika here, multiple sacks, multiple pressures, getting to Deggy. That time beat the young Franklin, beat the young tackle. Ton of pressure, which has been a recurring theme for this West Virginia offense.
Eric Green on the keeper, gain of 2, and there is Ron Roberts. His defense today, take 3 mindset, 3 takeaways. Happened last week, did not win the game though against Oklahoma State and Spencer Sanders. 5 sacks, the backfield often today, pressure. Daggy and Green. And 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's tackled by Tejada.
Great disguise, great design, and great disguise with that run at him. Tejada is up and pressed, could just come right off the edge, unblocked. Impossible for that receiver to block him.
On 3rd and 8, Green pumps to try and run for the first down. He'll be short. He'll be about 2, maybe 3 yards shy of the line to gain. Braden Nutley and TJ Franklin brought the pressure, 4th down. And Green will stay out.
Yeah, looks like they're waving the white flag here, bringing on the punt team.
So Green now back to the sideline as West Virginia punted away with 8:57 to go. Crunch back inside the 25-yard line. Estrada, this flag back at the West Virginia 25. For now a 52-yard punt, no return.
Offside. Defense, number 25, was lined up in the neutral zone. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Wow. So that's been the story for West Virginia. And penalty number 9, it's a moot point now, but the first play from scrimmage for West Virginia today offensively.
West Virginia
call a timeout, but now they on the receiving end here of the offside. So West Virginia's offense,
they'll get the ball back.
Get the ball back. It was 25-13 Baylor.
It was the corner out on the gunner out there. Just again, they were running on late. Sometimes that happens if they don't communicate with the officials.
Johnson stood up 33 by Ika.
Good to see this young back get some run here, see what he's all about. Still have some of the starters in for Baylor. A bunch of backup defenders on the back end.
West Virginia will fall to 0-3 in league play for the first time since 2015. As Green throws, that's caught. A yard shy of the first down by Esdale.
Yeah, Baylor's done a really good job, as we see there from Morgan. They've had some shots, some big hits, and totally clean. There's no targeting issues. They're showing that you can still play physically, play cleanly, play fundamentally sound.
Green on 3rd and 1. It's Johnson. And patiently waits for that crease to open up and picks up the first down.
Yeah, great description right there. Patient, square, and then he hit it when he saw daylight. There's an art to that. A lot of it's ingrained in genetics, but just that tempo you press the line of scrimmage at, and then have that little extra gear to the next level.
On first down, Green rolls, throws, nice touch. That's caught by Wright inside the 35-yard line.
Little switch route is what this is called. The outside 2 receivers running vertically. Watch them switch stems. Sometimes you run vertically. Now I'm working inside. That makes, that time it's Devin Neal, 14 redirect. Green does a nice job running away from Ika. He says, hey, I can outrun you. I've seen what you've been doing to my man Jarrett Daggy earlier in the game.
It's Wright's 6th catch today. As Green completes his 4th pass. Johnson tripped up at the 32-yard line by Petrie.
Unbelievable chase right here by Jalen Petrie coming off the backside. The edge pressure, the run away. This is what makes this guy so elite. He's coming, the run is to the right, he's coming off the left side, and just a relentless effort adding to his TFL total.
Green on 2nd and 9, steps up. Green runs, first down, slides. Have it as he reaches about the 22-yard line. Well, West Virginia has made a bowl game in 17 of the last 19 years, but this one today, they'll fall to 2-4. Is their path to get to 6 for Neil Brown moving forward?
Yeah, that's why the start to this game was so surprising, as we have a little exchange issue from Garrett Green, because this was a must-win situation for exactly what you said. Tough games coming up, the bye next week. I have a bunch of closed-door meetings to get some things solved. Just a little high and outside, or a little outside to Green, tries to one-hand it. Bloody.
Pass there for Garrett Green. 5 minutes to play the game. And Johnson goes nowhere. Walcott grabbing him low.
Yeah, West Virginia this is their base deal. If you have your back to the opposite side of that boundary corner, that guy is taught to just trigger. So as you look at here, 13's up on top. If the back is opposite of him, he's going to trigger on that run right to him. Here he is again.
3rd and 15. Green in trouble. Walcott rips him down. Flag came in late.
Calling for a face mask. We see the result of Green's headgear.
Randolph has his helmet off.
That was just a called blitz all the way there by Walcott. But they're very effective today with the edge pressure, as always.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 13. Half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
The 5th Baylor penalty today.
Yeah, just good job on the stiff arm. Good job defeating the stiff arm. Must have maybe had it earlier, or just got talked into it by grabbing the jersey.
Timeout. Baylor, this is their first charge timeout of the half.
Jersey there.
30 seconds in length.
Timeout called on the field. And we will keep it here. 4:24 to play in the ballgame. Showed you West Virginia's upcoming schedule. As for the Baylor Bears, a future Big 12 foe. Will be in Waco next week. Top 10 team at BYU will be here. Homecoming weekend at McLean Stadium next weekend. And a bye, then Texas, TCU, Oklahoma, and at Kansas State. Now, BYU has been dominant this year, 17-1 the last 2 years, 5-0 this season. They've knocked off 3 Pac-12 teams the last 3 weeks. Still some big games left against Power 5 teams, Baylor, Washington State, and USC. This will become a conference game starting in 2023.
Yeah, head coach Kalani Sitake did a great job. They're currently in first in the Pac-12 South.
There's Green, he'll keep it, runs up the middle, touchdown West Virginia. 14-yard run for Green. And that's his 4th rushing score this season.
Yeah, it's a feel-good touchdown here if you're Garrett Green, and similar play to what they ran earlier. Nice job with the lead inside there by TJ Banks, 85. Just too bad it's coming at 4:18 of the 4th quarter in this kind of ball game.
Casey Legg on for the point after try. And it's up and good. So we'll take a timeout. Green a touchdown, but too late for West Virginia, 45-20. West Virginia Baylor began playing as conference foes in 2012, a memorable day in Morgantown. A game that featured 19 total touchdowns. West Virginia quarterback Geno Smith threw for 656 yards, 8 touchdowns, en route to a 70-63 win In that game, Smith had more touchdown passes than incompletions. 8 touchdowns, 6 incomplete passes. Back in 2012, we thought we'd see more of a defensive-oriented game today, but Coach, we saw some offense early.
Yeah, we did. We're basically half of that offensive total, and a total surprise by what we expected.
Off the squib kick. Josh Fleeks on the return. Will be Baylor ball from the 22-yard line.
Baylor with a few throws on that last possession. I would anticipate get out of dodge mode here. And we'll see if Bohannon is out, which he is.
He is. Here comes Blake Shapen. His 3rd game of the season. Redshirt freshman from Shreveport, Louisiana. He was on Baylor's baseball roster last year. His uncle, Al Sutton, 15-time winner of the PGA Tour. This is Tay McWilliams. His 13th carry this season in his 4th game. Now, getting back to Shapen, though, the Baylor coaching staff, they were pretty candid about how the quarterback room looked entering the fall. And Bohannon, based on his work in the summer, on the field, off the field, he quickly began to distance himself from the pack, but it was when Shapen moved to the number 2, that's when Jacob Zeno went into the portal. That's caught across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, they weren't prepared to name the starter in the offseason, and they to a man all when they came back. It wasn't close. Gary Bohannon was out in front, Shapen second, and yeah, as soon as Shapen elevated, as you said, Zeno transferred or left. Shapen from Evangel, which is in Shreveport, a high school powerhouse.
Jalen Ellis made the reception. There's McWilliams trying the left side, and he runs into some white jerseys at the 28-yard line. Simmons on the stop.
Timeout. West Virginia.
And West Virginia will call the timeout. His first timeout, stopping play with 3:05 to go in the 4th quarter.
30 seconds in late.
Well, another reminder that tonight it is time to settle the score in round 3 between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder for the heavyweight championship of the world. Tonight at 9 Eastern, live on pay-per-view. Buy it now on the Fox Sports app. Round 3. Fury, Wilder tonight.
Who you got?
Tonight on the Fox Sports app. I'm going to let you go first. I'm going to be kind.
I'm very scared of both those human beings.
Who are you picking?
I've been so good today predicting things. Let's go Fury.
All right. So Baylor will punt this one away with 3:05 to go. West Virginia brings everybody. And the punt is away and a fair catch at the 36-yard line by Isaiah Estelle.
So yeah, Baylor fans probably wonder why Neil Brown's taking that timeout. This is where you're trying to stay with your guys, compete through everything. They'll also talk about why they didn't go for that 4th down earlier if they were going to do that, but just gives you an opportunity to finish the game probably in 2-minute mode here with Garrett Green, see what he can do.
Now, curious to see and hear what Neil Brown says following this game, because of the 3 losses before today by a total of 12 points. I mean, so West Virginia was in these games. This is their first blowout loss of the season. The Maryland game, loss number 1, turnover play game for the Mountaineers that day. As Johnson spins, still fighting. Good effort here from Justin Johnson Jr.
Yeah, and the thing that jumps out the most needed of all those games was this one. And
the second loss, Mark, mistakes there, some penalties against Oklahoma, hung tough before losing late. And then last week, it was just what Neil Brown said was embarrassing. A flat first half. Daggy played well in the second half, missed in that key throw to Letty Brown that could have put the Mountaineers in front late 4th quarter. Incomplete. Green misses O'Loughlin. But it was the big play today. I mean,
exactly. Yeah,
West Virginia was hit by big play after big play in that first quarter.
Yeah, it's just so uncharacteristic of this West Virginia defense, except we've seen that theme last week. They rallied a little bit, but then again, credit to Dave Aranda, this offense, this program for bouncing back. But yeah, nobody expected this outcome in this fashion.
Green on 3rd down and 8. Pressure coming, and Green evades it, rolls, and looked like his knee was down back inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, exactly that. Referee on the call, knee down.
Victor Obi brought the pressure on Green.
Right up the gut. Zach Frazier has to be responsible for that. Stretch by Obi, and yeah, no doubt about that one.
Mountaineers have a bye next week, then back on the road at TCU on October 23rd. West Virginia, with today's result, has dropped 7 straight road games. No return for Estrada. As that ball rolls. Can the Mountaineers get there? No. There's a flag, 2 flags thrown all the way back at the 43-yard line. And Sam James down. That's the last thing West
Receiving
Virginia
team number 16. Foul occurred during the kick. 10 yards from the spot from the end of the kick. First down.
Now Baylor's offense, they made its presence known from the get-go, and we learned early on that the connection of Bohannon to Thornton was going to be a big part of Baylor's plan today.
Yeah, we talked about Bohannon's speed yesterday. Just hasn't gotten uncorked for whatever reason, but he started off early and often. Another near home run. This is the RPO game all day, the work of the boundary. That was the other touchdown they gave him that may or may not have been.
Still surprised by that one.
Yeah. But career highs aplenty on the Baylor record book today.
Chapin rolls and throws. That's caught. First down at the 25-yard line. By Presley. Well, coming up next, the College Football Extra presented by Crypto.com.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
There's an injured West Virginia player down at the 30-yard line. That's Charles Woods. He's grabbing at his right leg there. Woods changed his number. He was 9. Now wears 23.
Mr. Acho must get a lot of crypto from that sponsor, because did you see the outfit today? He's shaming the rest of the guys in that studio. Does that mean he's picking Iowa? He's got the
I think that's his early tell right there.
black and yellow.
Penn State and Iowa, that game is coming up on Fox. Baylor Bears will improve to 5-1, 3-1 in league play with a dominant win over West Virginia today in the 10th meeting. As we said at the outset today, this has been rare. 4 of the last 5 before today decided by 6 points or fewer. Baylor took charge right away today as West Virginia had no answers defensively to stop the Baylor pass attack.
Yeah, just a dominant performance. The special teams probably pretty much a stalemate for both teams, but offensively and defensively just a huge step for this Baylor program. Oh,
47 seconds Tay McWilliams, he's making the most of these carries late. Strong run and a first down.
Yeah, it's good to see these guys getting a little chance to run some real plays behind Treston and Ebner and Abe Smith. Not a lot of run this year. That'll be just over 12 or 13 carries on the year for him.
Producer Max Langwan, director Doug Freeman, associate director Jordan Wolf, broadcast associates Grant Lounsbury and Charlie Tapp, technical director Joe Ocon, and our great crew here today from Waco as the Baylor Bears
That is it if they want it to be.
will win this game 45-20. As Chapin congratulating his teammates and Dave Aranda, and the Bears coming off their first loss. A 5-1 start, sixth time 5 or better through 6 games since 2013, as the Bears dominate the Mountaineers 45-20 in Waco today. So again, the final, Baylor 45, West Virginia 20. For Coach Mark Helfrich, this is Corey Probus saying so long. We thank you for watching FS1 College Football. Now we send it to Mike and the guys in LA. So long from Waco.